not the blacks, it's not the Jews, it's not the Puerto Ricans, it's not the Haitians, the Italians, it's not the gays, the Germans, the Japanese, the Russians, the Bosnians, the Croats, Serbs, the Iranians, the Iraqis. It's me. It's my fault the world is fucked up. I'm sorry. I'll get better. I'll get better. I'll get better. I'll get better. You'll get better. The whole world will get better. Hi. Hello. Bing, 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 bing. I was standing in front of this giant mini-storage sign. People's apartments are so small that they have to stash part of their lives which they visit from time to time. People's apartments are so small they don't have room to think. People's apartments are so small they can't invite friends and family over Saturday, Sunday, weekend brunch, lunch. So they go to these brunch places, they go to these diners. Have you ever been to one of these joints on the weekends? Woo! Waiter, there's more coffee. Please take it. Much looks like the kitchen oven. We shut a few more fight like so much. What happened? What happened? Well, all of a sudden we go see three letters of rubber. Suddenly I know when it's 3 months away, I think letters of rubber. People standing over with Harvey. All of a sudden, I got a call from my supervisor saying that they were confused down in Colorado, and I have to come to work Friday night. I get the brothers with someone, he gets the neighbors with someone. Give more coffee. What happened next time? I don't know who's running that one. All I know is that the father is struck on the shed with fucking kids, you know what I'm talking about? So I don't know how the hell is going on. I think, people deal with this. 25 years ago, if you're making $250, $300 a week, your rent was $162.75, $197.25, $212.16 part of your pay. Today, if you're making $700 a week, your rent is $950, $1150, $1450, wow. And you know, we are the only living creatures that do pay rent. The mind is a terrible thing. You know, I don't like the way white people are portrayed in movies. Fucking assholes. Smacking each other around, beating shit out of each other, chopping each other up, knifing each other, blowing each other away, setting each other on fire, blowing each other up, chasing each other in cars, crashing into each other in cars, lying, being nasty to women. It's so rare you see white people in movies say, hey, we just don't come out of the womb like this, do we? or standing in line at the telephone company, I got my bill in my right hand, $116. Ooh, in my left, I got 6:20 waiting for. Then, I go over to the telephone, I get a couple times a year by chance, slide my bill through the slot and say hi. She looks up and notices my abolished death penalty button and says, I'm for the death penalty, and that's all I'm going to say about it. And I say, yeah, but we can be friends, right? She looks up and says, man, you have the right attitude. She slides me back my $4 change in my receipt. And I say, have a good weekend. And she says, and you have a great weekend. To be a mensch. That is the answer. From time to time, scientists discover a new gene. That either tells us about a malady some of us may have, or what's common to us all. But I like to see a group of scientists get together, hold a press conference, and say, we have discovered this new gene that leads us to believe that human beings have the capacity to live much more harmonious lives, grow all the food they need to eat, build all the buildings they need to live in, and have a lot more joy with the same amount of effort they're putting out now. Now, it may take another group of scientists 5 or 10 years to disprove this. Hey, during that time, people began talking and thinking about this gene. Hey, did you ever got the gene? Every time we saw positive behavior, we say, must be that gene. I live here in New York City where I hold seances to try and contact the living. And New York City takes a lot of heat. I keep hearing this from time to time from different parts of the country. New York City, that's not really America. Really? Now I could say New York City is the concentrate that gives the rest of the country its flavor, but I don't play that because I know better. But what I do know is that New York City is America's longest running multicultural show. Amen, I'm Italian. Amen, I'm black. Hey, I'm Puerto Rican. Hey, I'm Jewish. Hey, I'm Greek. Hey, I'm Russian. Hey, I'm Irish. Hey, I'm German. I'm black. Ethnic energy. If we could take all that energy from the ethnic energy and put it into the you know what I mean. So that wherever you come from is sublime. Because in the revolution, we will execute this system with a new way of being alive. It won't be necessary to kill people anymore, even the torturers. The ones who did the dirty work of chasing angels, they will be allowed to live and build. Because they are the dead to be to those they have harmed, and we shall walk naked in the world. As the sun gently touches our cocks and guns, humming a tune so beautiful that all the dead poets will come in their graves and forever be at peace. Taxi! 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 Oh, thanks a lot, man. I'm going to 27-3 on the right. What? I'm going to 27-3 on the right. Pardon? I'm going to 27th Street and 3rd Avenue on the right-hand side. Thank you very much. Hey, where you from? I'm from Pakistan. And where are you from? I'm from Brooklyn. No, where are you really from? No, I'm really from Brooklyn. Right? I'm really from Brooklyn. See, my father came from Russia in 1924, and he said, well, we came from Russia in 1924, that is an evolution, evolution, today. And I talk like this because I'm from Brooklyn, and you talk like this because you're from Pakistan. I said, where do you live now in New York City? He says, well, actually now I live in Brooklyn. I said, hey, we're a couple of Brooklyn boys. You got any kids? He says, well, I have a girl, 10, and a boy, 8. I said, when your son is going to be in the schoolyard, he's going to be 16. And your son in the schoolyard is going to be 16. He's going to say, hey, Mohammed, you want to pass that fucking ball or what? Oh my God, I have a brother in Corpus Christi, Texas. One day your nephews and boys, like your brother say, Dad, I need keys for car tonight. I'll be home 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, so you don't be waking up for me, okay? And your brother say, but just give me the keys to the car. I'll be home 1, 2, 3 o'clock for the morning. You'll be ready to come to me business. Business. Every ethnic group immigrant has come to America, except for black folks who were, including them, every ethnic group that's come to America has been told, hey, clean that! And every ethnic group goes, I clean. I clean. I clean good. Now these immigrants have children. And their children are told, hey, clean that! And the children say, clean this. And if enough of us could begin to say, clean this, maybe we could begin to clean this. So there we are, 27-3 on the right. And my $5 opened the door. And that was great, man. He says, you know, you're a very funny man. I said, I just specialize in the obvious. He says, my friend, that is very difficult. I said, I know what you mean, but maybe if you do it interesting enough, it works. Performing. It's like taking a magic potion. It's like rubbing a magic lamp. It's like falling off a cliff. It's like flying after you've woken up from dream. It's like shrinking myself into a glowworm, sliding down your throat, making all the necessary stops, and singing all the versions of what is this thing called love. It's like blowing myself up so big that I can shock you and move you with my love. It's like when someone in the audience comes over to you after the show and says, you know, you've made everyone here tonight very happy. And you know, that's impossible. The spinning wheel, baby. The spinning wheel, baby.
The spinning wheel, baby. The spinning wheel, baby. One day, bird of paradise, bird of paradise. The spinning wheel, baby. The spinning wheel, baby. One day, bird of paradise. The top of my head, top of my head. The spinning wheel, baby. The spinning wheel, baby. One day, the bird of paradise. On top of my head, top of my head. The spinning wheel, baby. I've seen the bird of paradise, and I shall never be the same. There is nothing to be afraid of. The spinning wheel, baby. One day, the bird of paradise. On top of my head, top of my head. If I could turn you on, if I could drive you out of your wretched mind, if I could tell you, I would let you know. The spinning wheel, baby. The spinning wheel, baby. One day, the bird of paradise. On top of my head. And you know what she said? You know what she said? You know what she said? We are in communion in death. We are in communion in death. Every time there's a bombing or something alarming or a war or some heavy juice in the quarter when the princess dies and the president flies, we are all together. If you go on the bus, if you go on the train, if you sit in the coffee shop, we are looking at talking to each other, looking at each other in the eye. I have seen the bird of paradise. I shall never be the same. In death we are in communion. In death we are in communion. Every time there's a bombing, something alarming, or a war, or some heavy juice in the court, the princess dies, the president's life, we are all together. And then there is an emergency, baby. An emergency, baby. I've seen the bird of paradise, and I shall never be the same. There is nothing to be afraid of. There is nothing to be afraid of. That word death flows so kind of like that thing. That word death flows so kind of this. I just missed my train. I guess I'll have to get into my just missed my train bed. When am I on the train? I'm not on the train. I'm on this plane. I've seen the bird of paradise, and I shall never be the same. In death we are in communion. In life. My eye, your eye, my eye, your eye, my eye, your eye, my eye, your eye, my eye, your could begin to miss the train. It could be people come to miss the train, and it could be such a groove to miss your train, baby. Man, I missed 4 trains on purpose today down the train station. I missed 6 wows, 11 poos, and 3 highs. Man, it could be getting to be such a groove to miss your train, baby. This is brought to you by Non for the spinning wheel, baby. Jazz! I was sinking into the mayonnaise of the early mid-1950s. And all of a sudden I heard, you gotta get yourself a third eye. 2 eyes are gonna hang you up. You gotta get yourself a third eye. 2 eyes are gonna hang you up. You
You gotta get yourself a third eye. So I'm gonna hang you up. You gotta get yourself a third eye. So I'm gonna hang you up. They always have, they always will, they are right now. You gotta get yourself a third eye. So I'm gonna hang you up. You gotta get yourself a third eye. Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year's vacation, 1955, morning to 6. Standing at the bar at Basin Street, sipping my Coca-Cola like it was a drink. Talking to these two cats from Queens, Hines and Holmes, who sat back at each other and laughed. Now they told me that they were told that they were dumb. I said, gee, I was told I was dumb too. I said, hey, let's be dumb together. Now how dumb were we? Listening to jazz, Max Roach and Clinton Brown, talking to each other. That's how dumb we were. And how hip I thought it was in 1957, playing with the Lavoisier Lamar and the Birdlanders. Lavoisier Lamar Sr. on piano, Lavoisier Lamar Jr. on alto, Sister Lorraine Lamar on guitar, Cousin Teddy on bass, and Steve Pettis on drums. Playing jazz dance parties at Black Baptist churches all over. During the break, man, those different tasty egg salad sandwiches. And the potato salad with the sweet and hot red peppers in it. Look out! Okay. The last dance was always a slow, foxy trot of the very thought of you. How hip that really was. Flunked out of high school. Went back in the summer and passed all 3. Amazing. Teachers must be nicer in July and August. What now? Friends say, hey, why don't you come out here to KU in Kansas? I said, are you kidding with my grades? Write them anyhow. And they do, and they write me back and they say, are you kidding with your grades? But they give me a 5-month trial period, 3 credits. So I make my way to the land of thank you and come back. And I roll my 3 credits of English, and in it I'm asked to write about Henry David Thoreau's Walden Pond. Now reading and writing it down was always tough for me. It still is, but I do it, hand it in, and a week later the papers are marked and ready. The teacher's holding up 2 papers in front of the class, and he says, well, this first student shows remarkable insight into Walden Pond, but I'm not quite sure what language he wrote it in. This other student actually has the most grammatically perfect paper I could ever imagine, but I'm not sure what this student read. Now this first piece of paper was mine, a lot of red on yellow legal, and he hands it to me in front of the entire class, and I take the heat, hoping that the buzz is going to ring so I can go outside and talk to a tree who I know will tell me I'm really okay. Bing! The buzzer rings, I make my way to the back. All of a sudden I hear, Stephen, can I see you for a second, please? Sure. Make my way to the front and say, yeah? He says, Stephen, are you a foreign student? I said, no, I'm from Brooklyn. Right? Right. so we can meet on top of it without the fear of falling through. The season. Winter 96. The winter came and went colder than usual. If the world wasn't so cold, nor would be the winter. Winter 97, 98. If I would have known that winter 97, 98 was going to be this smile, I would have begun to enjoy it way back in the Summer. Looking out the window at the little white flowers, there's a whole bunch of buds getting ready to open. They look up at me and they say, come on, Steve, let's open them at the same time. Oh, spring, I forgot spring. Spring. I'm on the bank of the quicksand. I got one arm securely around the tree, the other reaching in with a firm grip, pulling up humanity, waiting for it to take its first breath. Fall. Fall. I'm putting a shingle outside my window that says Philosopher's Sliding Scale. And in very, very small letters it will say, listen, I can't help you to find out where you're at.